right, class, it is Module 3 for English 190 with Professor Caldwell. This is our walkthrough. Great news, no discussion board this week. Bad news, this is worth 100 points. Yeah, 100 points. This is our first big assignment, big assignment. This is a first draft of our collection of sources. This is, which will be our part 1 of the final project. Remember, I went over that in Module 1's walkthrough. Okay. So, and it even says that in the big note. This assignment is the first part of the project that you will submit in Module 7. A critical part of the research process is identifying credible and relevant sources that support your topic and argument. Your sources should support your topic and argument, identify counter-arguments, and represent diverse perspectives. Okay, for this assignment, I need 3 sources. 3 sources. One that we selected back in Module 1 for from the project resources. And we need 2 that we have come across in the library. If you found a better article, that's great. I just need 2 from the library. If you like the ones you found for Module 2's assignment and want to keep using that, great. Again, if you found a better one, let's use the better one. Okay? I'm happy. I just need 2 from the library and 1 from the project resources. Now, okay, we're going to list our 3 relevant sources to support the essay. Again, 1 from the project resources and 2 from the library. I know I keep saying that, but someone is going to miss one of those. I need APA sources, or APA citations. They do not have to be perfect, okay? You'll see in the library video how to find the citation button, but essentially every library vendor and publisher now provides citations for you. It's either going to be an icon of the double quote bunny ears, it's just a single, not 2 of them, or it's going to have the word cite. That's usually located at the very top. If you're on like the actual article page of Science Direct, you'll see the title and it'll be like right above the actual article itself. If you're in the EBSCO, scroll down a little bit and it'll be at the top right hand corner. If you're using Gale, it is at the very bottom of the page after the article. It's in a box. It's great. Again, you'll see that in the video. I'm just giving you a quick rundown in case you don't want to go through and watch the video again, because I have no skill whatsoever in creating videos. So I do apologize for the quality of all these. So after we get, anyway, back to the project 1. We're going to go through our relevant sources. Next, we're going to look at the biases within our sources. And how does the presence of bias in each source impact your argument? I do not need a general bias is bad statement from you. I need to know what bias are present in your articles and how that is shaping or affecting or impacting your topic. Okay, all of those are great synonyms for impact, affect, shape, however you want to think about it. Okay, newsflash real quick. I know I'm going through so many rabbit holes today. If it is written by a human, it is bias. If it is written by a computer, it has the bias of the people that wrote the program. Even government documents and peer-reviewed journal articles, newspaper articles, all of it contains bias. It just does. Does it favor one side over another? Is one side not presented at all? Like in a newspaper article, maybe the defense or the prosecutor doesn't talk to the newspaper. So those voices aren't represented. So the article is going to be biased, maybe biased against those voices because they're not present, because the lawyer said don't talk to the press. That's still a bias. Okay? The third prompt is about diverse perspective. Describe how diverse perspectives from sources support your position. We need to consider the following questions. Let's hope that helps. How do the multiple voices in the sources give evidence for your argument? And how do these diverse perspectives from your research support your topic? So again, I don't need the general. Diverse perspectives are great. I need to know, what are the voices in these sources? How are they giving evidence for your argument? And how do these diverse perspectives from your research support your topic? Going back to my topic of pet ownership, I'm going to include a veterinarian, because that is going to give me, that's going to support my topic, because I'm looking at boredom in animals. So I need to know how it affects them physically. I may include an animal behaviorist, because that would also support my research by giving me a different viewpoint of animal behavior and boredom. So think about it that way, okay? Finally, number 4, describe how each source supports your topic. So we're going to briefly summarize the source and state why the source is credible, and explain how each source is relevant to your research question. That summary doesn't have to be very long, okay? But I also need to know why it's credible. That means looking at the publisher, looking at the author. Okay, just because it's peer-reviewed doesn't mean it is credible. If the author of the article has been discredited, and if they've been prevented from practicing in their field again, that is not a credible author. Therefore, that is not a credible source. Fun, right? And how each source is relevant to your research question. Okay, this is going to be 2 to 4 pages, 12-point, Times New Roman, double-spaced, 1-inch margins. This is the first week I am counting off for that, because by this point, we should be used to, again, 12-point, Times New Roman, double-spaced, 1-inch margins. Okay, and of course, we also need to be using APA citation to the best of our abilities. Okay, again, look at the rubric. Every one of these 4 prompts has their own points awarded to it. And again, we are not changing topics or project resources articles at this point. We're just not. We're going to use the same ones. All right. So again, as always, email me any questions or concerns you have. And if we need to do a Zoom check-in, we'll figure that out. But I answer questions from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Generally, those are my email hours. Okay, and I will see you next week. Bye.